Welcome to today's game. We had a thunder delay. We have 11 minutes before kickoff. Should be an entertaining game. I'm Eduardo Magana. I'm a soccer player at Andrew College.
And I'm Ruben Valloni, and I will be commentating with Eduardo Magana today. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes for some more announcements.
Alright, welcome back. Uh, We have a minute 30 left before kickoff. And we're about to do an international walkout and go out with the role of both teams. Starting 11. Alright, welcome back, guys. The teams are gathering now for the national walk-off. Alright. Andrew starting 11 will be number 1, George Cunha. Number 2, Jojo Mendez. Number 4, Troy Caesar. Number 7, Luis Jones. Number 8, Marco Soma. Number 10, Connor Hayden. Number 13, Henning Norvdale. Number 17, Daniel Ball. Number 21, Josh Fines. Number 25, Abdel Rivas. And number 33, James Quinn. Wait, turn it off?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have Thomas University playing against Andrew Fighting Tigers.
It should be a good matchup. Both teams are quality players. I feel like if both teams have big expectations for this game and the outcome.
Yeah, I think you're right. Andrew College, they're looking to continue their 5-0 record, continue on 6 wins, but it will be a difficult game. We have Connor Hayden, Player of the Week.
He's the team leader as of now for the Andrew Fighting Tigers. I think he has a lot of weight on his shoulders for this game.
And we kick off.
The clock.
It's a throw-in taken by Abdul Rivas. Josh finds on the ball now. Troy Caesar.
All right, we got
Thomas University on the break.
Thomas University seems to be going in with a lot of pressure, high intensity.
Now they have a free kick about 25 yards from the goal. Dangerous area this is.
Number 32, James Tube, seems to be the one kicking the free kick for Thomas. Setting up for the free kick.
It's hit the wall and it's gone out for a goal kick now.
Oh.
Taken by George Kuna. It's been a bit of a slow start from Andrew Fighting Tigers, but they should be able to deliver.
Andrew's trying out a couple new players in different parts of the field. We have
Daniel Bowen holding midfield.
And we also have number 25.
Flick on by Connor Hayden. Now Lewis Jones running onto the keeper's reached it. Now
We got Josh Fines
to
getting
Joe
an interception.
Mendez. Tackled by Abe Maldonado. Good ball by
Nice through ball from Thomas University player. But the Andrew defense is there to close. Nice interception by Ball.
Now Connor Hayden plays it to Daniel Bow. He's not able to reach the ball. Now it's Guilherme Henrique. He's taken out. He wins it back again.
We got Troy on the ball. Josh with the back pass to George. George calm on his feet. Looks for number 25.
Abdul Rivas. Plays a good one too with Joe Mendes.
Hey.
He's always failed by Thomas University. Now Andrew College can recover.
Alright, Andrew College can now settle in with a nice free kick to find their composure and just start working out from the back.
George Kuna just taking his time so his team can resettle.
A lot of communication from Quinny. Number 33 from Andrew College, trying to organize his team, get them working.
Good goal kick by George Kuna. Aims to find Connor Hayden, sorry. Abdul Rivas with the clearance. Intercepted by Thomas University. Now Henning Nordvall on the ball. Gives it to Daniel Bow.
Nice one too from Henning and Bao.
Good combination by Andrew College. Now Daniel Bow.
You know, Andrew College seems to start finding their passes, Getting a lot more comfortable on the ball.
Yeah, Andrew College, they're great with possession. They know how to play around, get a good combination going around.
We got a throw in for Andrew.
And now as Andrew push on, they can add a bit more pressure to Thomas University.
Quinny with the throw in.
Intercepted. Now Troy Caesar. Marcos Soma battling. Lewis Jones plays in James Quinn. Now it's a corner.
Looks like Lewis is gonna take the corner kick for Andrew Fighting Tigers. Everybody getting to their zones.
This is a real big opportunity for Andrew College to get a goal. Lewis Jones at the corner. Ooh.
Oh, nice header from John Fines.
Now everyone can get into their shape.
You know, Andrew College has a lot of height on their team, so I feel like set pieces is where they're going to get most of their advantage from.
Yeah, I believe so as well. They also have a lot of flair on the wings, and they're able to play a good possession football, so we'll see how it goes.
Now goal kick for Thomas.
Taken by Lee Howarth. Good goal kick, and Guilherme Henrique aims to win the ball, but it's intercepted by James
Quinny with the big header. Thomas back on possession.
With Joshua Barrett, and he goes back to the goalkeeper, Lee Howarth. Howarth leaks.
You know, Thomas University seems to be playing a lot of through balls, a lot of forced balls, trying to look for a mistake from the Andrew defense.
Clearance by Kuna. Interception from Bile. Now Troy Caesar on the ball.
Ball goes to his left to Lewis, who controls the pace, calms the field down, looks for somebody. Goes for the diagonal to Jojo, but incomplete. Intercepted by the keeper of Thomas University.
Ozores passes to Taube. Rivas with the interception. Bao looks to intercept, but Thomas University have the ball and they've lost it again. Rivas looks for Hayden. Hayden looks for Mendes, but it's not working.
Throw in for Thomas University.
Jacob Murray loses the ball. Shaw
Nice.
Mendes plays to Abdul Rivas. Marco Somo on the ball. Finds Jonesy. James Quinn.
To
Finds
Connor.
Hayden. It's Quinn on the edge of the box. The ball's intercepted by Thomas University. Now the keeper looks to clear. Troy Caesar with the header.
Troy again with the ball. Passes back to George, who calms the field down, looks for a nice pass. Just calm down the pace and just find their heads.
Kuna looks to aims to find Connor Hayden, who adds pressure to the defense. Martin Ozores with the ball.
Ooh.
Daniel Bile. Thomas University with the ball again. Gamble. Aaron Wimberley. Now Henry Nordval with the through ball to Connor Hayden.
Ooh, nice attempt by Connor.
Connor did well to hold it up, but there was no other runs in the box, so it was difficult to get anything from it.
A little unlucky, but you know he has great work ethic, and he'll.
Now Guilherme Henrique putting pressure on James Quinn.
Quinny with the ball, looks for Marcos.
Always composed as he is. Thomas on the ball again. Enrique looks to combine with the number 33. Now Lewis Jones on the ball.
Josh with the ball. Looks for somebody. Plays JoJo.
Joao
JoJo with a
Mendes looks for
cheeky
the flick.
play.
Abdul Rivas gives it to Daniel Bao. Now Soma. James Quinn on the ball.
A little on and off
James.
with Thomas University and Andrew College as they switch possession a little too often, in my opinion.
Andrew College have been dominating in the last 5 minutes or so. They've been combining well. The outside backs are getting up. Now it's a goal kick for Thomas University. Taken by Howard. James Tube on the ball. Looks to find Skylar Rogers, but
Another
it's
through
going
ball.
out for a throw-in.
For now, Andrew throwing. Passes back to Josh. Josh plays it to Troy in the center. Just takes the space that he has. Plays Quinny. Quinny looks for the pass to Lewis. Lewis Jones, composed. Passes back to Quinny.
He aims to find Soma, but the ball didn't really work out. Now Thomas University with the possession again. Oscar Gamble on the ball to Guilherme Henrique. They aim to play to the left back, but it's gone out for Andrew College throwing. They can really press in this area, add pressure to them.
Yeah, definitely. I think the heat's getting to them a little bit. They're starting to get frustrated because they're not creating anything.
Henning Nordval on the ball. It looks to play a 1-2, but it fails.
Thomas gains possession once again. Plays it back. They're keeping it simple. Just little 1-2 passes between each other in the back. And Connor with the pressure.
Plays it to Maldonado. Back to James Tube. Plays to Joshua Barrett. Aims for a long ball. Skylar Rogers on the ball.
Thomas still on the ball. Taking advantage of all the space that Andrew's leaving them.
They're staying a bit more composed in the ball. Thomas looking for a through ball, which is going through to Guilherme Henrique. Goal kick for Andrew College.
Alright, George with the goal kick. Josh seems to be pushing up his defense and their mids. Trying to get them.
Push from behind. Andrew College can press now. They have a free kick in a good position. They should aim to get some bodies in the box.
Got you.
Now Lewis Jones with a free kick. Would this be a shot or a cross? Cross looks for someone to get in the end of it.
Thomas comes out with the ball. They're going for the counter attack. Ooh, Bao intercepts.
Well
Gets
done
the
by
ball
Daniel
back for
Bao.
Andrew College. Rivas with the possession, just taking advantage of the space. Looking for a pass to JoJo. Alright, Andrew ball.
There's been a substitution. Joao Mendes has come off for Macaulay Hill. Great combination by Andrew's Fighting Tigers. Troy Caesar looks to aim to find James Quinn. He's found him. That's foul from behind.
For Andrew.
From Guilherme Henrique. Now, Andrew College seem to be a bit more dominant right now. With this free kick, they can take advantage. Maybe with a goal, someone on the end of it.
Definitely. They're putting a lot of pressure right now, and Thomas is feeling it.
Lewis Jones with a free kick.
Ooh.
Great header by Troy. Troy Caesar with a leap. It's gone for a goal kick.
Great
Now-
ball from Lewis to Troy.
Now Howe with the goal kick. Aims to find Guilherme Henrique. Won by James Quinn. Now Lewis Jones on the ball. Throw in for Thomas University.
As they play it back,
Oscar Gamble plays to Rogers. James Quinn plays back to George Kuna.
ooh, unlucky
Deflected.
bounce.
Now Andrew College in real trouble.
But Cunha comes out with a punch. Gives
Andrew is still on the back foot. Thomas University, you have a corner now.
a little bit of lack of communication from Andrew defense, but they seem to make it work and stop the play and just find their heads.
Thomas aimed to get someone on the end of it. It's missed.
Troy with the
Cleared.
another cross from Thomas, looking to run man in.
Andrew College still on the back foot. Thomas looking for a goal.
Quinney with the clearance.
Allows them to get back in position. Soma looks to intercept. James Taub. Maldonado with the ball. Plays a 1-2 with Nathaniel Hayes. Now back to James Taub. Now Oscar Gamble on the ball. As of right now, it's been an even game. Both teams aim to get some possession in. Thomas and Andrew trying to catch each other on the counter. And Macaulay Hill on the ball. Plays
Back to Josh. Plays it back to George. George plays it back to Josh. And Josh looks for the space, looks for a long ball to Lewis Jones. For nice interception from Thomas. A foul from Henning. Thomas ball. Long ball from Thomas.
Guilherme Henrique with the
Can he get it? He keeps it in bounds, but Andrew comes back on possession.
Guilherme Henrique wins it back. Throw on for Andrew College. Taken by James Quinn. Finds Macaulay Hill. Lewis Jones loses it. Now Guilherme Henrique plays it to Rogers. Rogers still with the possession. Forward pass by Oscar Gamble.
Josh with the ball, plays it to Troy. Troy looks for the space, looks for anybody to open up. Plays it to Quinney. Quinney plays it back to Troy. Andrew just keeping it in the back, looking for people to move, spaces to open up. Josh, the ball to Marcos. Marcos controls, looks for the ball. Ooh, foul from Thomas University.
Now the defense can push up the rest of the team.
Josh finds with the free kick.
Launches it towards James Quinn. Header won by Thomas. Now Macaulay Hill with the sliding tackle.
Lewis Jones on the
Regains
ball.
possession.
Plays it to Quinney. Lewis plays it. Ooh, Quinney with the
Lewis Jones
shot.
with the shot.
A little unlucky, a goal kick for Thomas.
Henning finds Connor. Great turn, but it's intercepted by the Thomas defense. Now Daniel Bow on the ball. Bow plays it to Marco Soma. Now to Macaulay Hill. To Abdel Rivas. Aims to find Henning Nordval.
Nice ball from Abdel. Find the
Henning Nordval
space.
wins the corner kick for Andrew Fighting Tigers. Andrew College can add a lot of pressure now. James Quinn with the corner kick. Andrew College can be very dangerous from set pieces. Connor Hayden with the flick on.
Thomas with the ball, looking for the
No.
counter attack.
Rogers on the counter. Plays it to Guilherme Henrique.
Enrique with the ball. Ooh,
Great
nice
challenge
interception
by
by.
Abdel Rivas. Good recovery.
Great recovery from Abdel. Lewis Jones with the interception. And a corner kick for Thomas University.
Taken by Nathaniel Hayes.
Nice clearance from Josh Fines.
That was very dangerous play from Thomas University.
Throw in for Thomas.
Now Maldonado plays it to Rogers. Rogers with the dribble. Ball won by Macaulay Hill. Now Connor Hayden aims to find Lewis Jones, but his counter attack has failed. Now Guilherme Henrique aims to
Thomas-
play 1-2 with Oscar Gamble, but has failed.
Thomas
No.
seems to be looking for the through balls and just trying to find the counter attacks and get Andrew on their toes, but it does not seem to be working at this point.
Andrew College playing a possession type of football right now, so it's easy for them to get caught out on the counter attack. Now Marcus Soma on the ball,
Plays it
finds Daniel Bile. Connor Hayden's made a run. Free kick for Andrew College in a very dangerous area.
Great opportunity for Andrew to take advantage and get one up in this game. It's been going on and off. Both Thomas University and Andrew College are working, trying to find any gaps, any weak links.
Both teams trying to find each other right now, trying to expose each other's weaknesses and exploiting their own strengths. Now James Quinn with the free kick in a very dangerous area. No, maybe this could be a shot for the back post. Catch the keeper off guard. Or can someone get on the end of it? James Quinn with the free kick. It's gone over.
A little unlucky for James Quinn. Now Andrew College to recover. Goal kick for Thomas University.
Everyone's coming in for a water break. Connor Hayden Men's Soccer Player of the Week. 5 goals, 2 assists, all from 13 shots. Well deserved. He aims to get a goal today. Continue to run the goal streak. Both teams just recovering, cooling down with a water break. Both teams getting back on the field. There's 21 minutes left. Still goalless. Both teams looking for a goal. It's been an even game. Goal kick from Thomas University, taken by Howarth.
Alright, the goalkeeper plays it to the right.
Marcus Sommer looks to intercept.
Great pressure from Andrew.
Well played by Nathaniel Hayes to keep the possession. Now Thomas University return back to the goalkeeper. Looking for an outlet. Now Oscar Gambo on the ball. Guilherme Henrique. Intercepted by Josh Rhines. One back by Thomas University. Guilherme Henrique on the ball. Aims to play Rogers in.
Josh Fines with the clearance.
Connor
Looking
Hayden.
For
Battling.
Connor.
Thomas University. Now Maldonado with the ball. Great tackle by Marcus. Marcus Somers giving away a free kick. I believe it was a handball. Not too sure.
Long ball from Thomas University.
Henning Nordvall on the ball. Great turn. Plays a 1-2 with Marcus Sommer. Intercepted by
A little
Martin
miscommunication from Henning and Connor. But Andrew's still looking for the chance, looking for the opportunities.
Thomas University now trying to dominate a bit more, trying to get more possession in. Now Rogers intercepted by James Quinn. George Quinn on the ball. Plays Josh Fines. Josh Fines plays Abdel Rivas. Back to Josh Fines. Plays it to Macaulay Hill. Great play by Andrew College.
Mark on the ball, plays it through to Quinny. Quinny plays Lewis. Lewis looks for Connor.
Keepers come out.
Ooh, unlucky from Connor.
It. Unlucky play.
Another great attempt from Andrew, looking for the space, playing those 1-2s.
As it stands, it seems as Andrew College has had the better of the chances, we could say, even though there's not been many. Maldonado plays back to the defense. Long ball.
Quinny with the interception. You know, great player. Quinny, he has great vision and he always finds a way to get the ball.
Also throw in for Thomas University. Also Gamble.
Nice through ball from Thomas University.
Now Henrique.
Thomas still trying to
Jacob
play
Murray.
the gaps.
Jacob Murray to Nathaniel Hayes. Ball was cleared out.
Thomas looking for a foul, but they didn't get anything.
Now Daniel Bayo on the ball.
Bao looks for Marcos. Marcos plays
Soma.
interception from Thomas. Back to Andrew College plays ball.
Great pass by Lewis Jones. Finds Daniel Bile. Great skill. Daniel can find someone on the end of it. Henning Nordvall. It looks like it's gone out for a goal kick. Dangerous play by Andrew College. As I said before, they seem like they're getting the better of the chances.
We got a substitution for Andrew College. Simon Cobian going in for Henning. Simon Cobian seems to be putting a lot of work in when he comes in. He's truly does change the game and the pace. Great vision, great player.
You know, he got a goal and assist on his debut. Played excellent in his debut.
Nice interception. Simon on the ball. Simon looks for for Connor.
Connor on the ball.
Nice attempt from Connor.
Decent save by the keeper. Now
Great ball from Simon Cobian.
Now Aaron Wimbley.
Nice interception.
Jones aims to aim for Daniel Bile, but intercepted by Thomas University. Now Oscar Gamble on the ball. Plays it to Guilherme Henrique. Now they've gone back to Howard, the goalkeeper.
Now Thomas feeling the pressure. They're trying to play a lot more conservative.
James Tube on the ball now. Oscar Gamble. Attempts a long ball, but it's not worked. Guilherme Henrique on the ball. Simon Cobain on the ball.
It's a free kick for for Andrew College.
Lewis Jones on the ball. Driving on the left wing. Plays Connor Hayden in. Offside.
Connor with the high pressure, trying to get them to make a mistake. Tom is playing it short. Andrew College keeping high pressure. Nice work from Troy.
Guilherme Henrique on the ball now. Cuts in from the right. Now it's Nathaniel Hayes. They aim to get a cross in. It's deflected out for a corner kick. Thomas University. Now they can add a lot of pressure from this corner kick. Andrew College need to be quick to get in shape.
Nice header from Maka to clear the ball out.
Now Jacob Murray finds Oscar Gamble. Plays a long ball to the right back. Sorry for that. I mean Nathaniel Hayes. Aims to find Rogers.
George on the ball.
George Kuna seems he wants to get his team to move forward. Pushing them forward with a long ball. Aims to find Daniel Bile.
Unlucky from Bile. It's a throw in for Thomas.
Now Thomas University are making multiple substitutions. Nathaniel Hayes coming off. Martin Osores coming off. Maldonado coming off. Oscar Gamble coming off. And Joshua Barrett. Also Henrique. Nathaniel Hayes and Rogers all coming off.
Throw in for Andrew College. Abdel with the throw in.
Interception.
Maka on the ball, looking for Lewis.
Lewis Jones, great pass from Macaulay Hill. Great effort by Andrew College.
Great vision from Maka to play that wonderful ball into
Macaulay
Lewis
Hill.
Jones.
Macaulay Hill has great vision, able to find players 50 yards away. Now Simon plays in Daniel Bile. Onside. Macaulay
Maka.
Hill. Great hit.
Great attempt from Andrew College.
Macaulay Hill and Simon Cobain, they made a great change to this game for Andrew College.
You can already see the change. Simon Cobian keeping that vision open and just looking for those through balls. Andrew College is definitely getting a lot more shots in. "11 minutes to go, the remaining first half."
Still goalless. Both teams looking for a goal, adding pressure to each other. Now Micah Gray loses the ball. Josh Fines plays it to James Quinn. Aims to find Connor Hayden. Great ball. He's chipped it. Great effort. Great effort. SFL chip, but it's a difficult skill to do.
Yeah, definitely cheeky.
Small things like that make him the player of the week. Allow him to beat defenders, to find the space. And that's why he's got so many goals in the amount of games he's played. Thomas University. Lose the ball. Marcus Soma. Plays to Troy Caesar.
Plays it back to Josh Fines. Josh just takes a space.
Josh finds long ball. Aims to find Lewis Jones. Intercepted, but Connor Hayden on the ball now. Macaulay Hill intercepts. Thomas University is still on the back foot. Daniel Bile aims to win this header.
Bow on the ball. Nice cross. A goal kick for
Goal
Thomas
kick.
University.
The intensity is really increased towards the end of this first half. In the last 10-15 minutes, as both teams are looking for a goal, but we've had none so far. Goal kick from Howarth.
Goes out for Andrew throwing.
He aims for Tyler Brower, but it's gone in for a throw-in. Taken by Abdel Rivas. Maldonado plays to Brower. Lost by Samuel Valencia. And he's given a free kick away.
Josh Fines.
Pushes his team forward. Aiming for a long ball to... But he's played it to Troy Caesar. Plays it to Daniel Bile. Great play by Daniel Bile.
Unlucky from Bow.
Maldonado. Plays it to Valencia.
Tom is looking for the counter. Plays it to the right wing.
Great pass by Scott Fox. Now it's intercepted.
Troy
by
on the
Caesar.
ball.
Great play by Simon Cobain.
Nice.
Aims to find Connor Hayden, but fails.
Got to work from Andrew College. Keeping the high intensity. Looking for opportunities to take advantage in this game.
Yeah, I believe the substitutions have made a big difference.
Definitely.
They've added a more attacking threat for Andrew College.
Thomas on the ball. Looks for the through ball. Troy
Troy
Zetter
Caesar.
intercept. Bow on the ball.
Great play by Daniel Bow. Very composed player.
Nice turn by Lewis. Interception by Thomas.
James Quinn on the ball. Loses it but then regains possession. Aims to find someone. Lewis Jones goes for a shot. What a goal! Great goal by Lewis Jones.
What a strike.
Great goal.
Andrew College 1. Thomas University 0. That was very ambitious from Lewis Jones. And at the end, he got rewarded with a wonderful goal.
Great players always perform in big games. And Lewis Jones has showed that. A great strike. 1-0. Andrew College in the lead. That's taken a lot of weight off their shoulders for them. Simon Cobain on the ball. Max Bull on the ball. Passes to Micah Gray. Gray on the ball.
A throw in for Thomas University.
These two teams played each other last year 3 times. Andrew College was able to beat them once. Great goal by Connor.
Great goal.
Great goal.
Play from Andrew College. Taking advantage of the momentum that they had after that goal from Lewis Jones. And Connor gets his goal.
And the player of the week, the best player this week in the nation, gets another goal. 6 goals for Connor Hayden in 6 games. Great record. That's added a lot of pressure to Thomas University, but taking a lot of weight from Andrew College.
A
Now
little
Daniel
sloppy
Bow.
from the center back of Thomas University. Throw in for Thomas.
Maldonado plays a crossfield ball to Micah Gray now. Micah Gray on the ball. Plays it to Samuel Valencia. Great play by Simon Cobain, but he's lost the ball now. Tyler Brower.
Abdel working, trying to get Thomas off the ball.
Maldonado aims.
Troy with the ball. Plays it back to George. George with the clearance. And once again, Thomas on the ball.
Abdel
Nice
Rivas
interception
wins
from
the ball.
Abdel.
Aims to find Daniel Bow, but Thomas University have the possession again. Maldonado on the ball.
Great work from Connor. Keep high pressure.
Maldonado plays to Valencia. To Gray. Daniel Bow with the interception. Great skill. Great piece of skill, but he's lost it now. He's done
Nice
well
work
to
from
recover.
Bao.
Win
Bao
the
plays
ball.
it to Simon. Simon uses the body. Plays
Great
it back
play.
to Bao. Great composure from Simon Cobian to look for that through ball to Bao.
There's a player down, but Thomas University continue to play. Referees blowing the whistle.
The ball seems to be stopped. We got a man down from Andrew College.
Daniel Bowles seems to get clipped by James Taube. Thomas University and Andrew College both having their own water break. Cooling down in the heat.
Yeah, another hot day in Andrew College. Lewis Jones looks for the through ball to Connor.
Hayden's in. Great save by Howard.
Great attempt from Connor to score his second goal of the game. Andrew College definitely has the momentum. They've been in Thomas University side for the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, Andrew College still looking to get another goal.
And another corner kick for Andrew College.
Corner kick taken by James Quinn. Mike agree with the clearance. Scott Fox.
Thomas University looking for the counter attack. Abdel Rivas with the interception. Plays it wide. Unlucky. Intercepted by Thomas University.
Combo on the ball.
And a free kick for Thomas University.
Long ball. Intercepted by James Quinn. Played to Connor Hayden. Plays it to Simon Cobain.
Simon Cobian with the ball.
Cheeky pass. Intercepted by Thomas University. Brow on the ball. Dustin Brow. He used to play a cross-field ball, but it's intercepted by Connor Hayden. Thomas University still have the possession. Max Bull. Plays to Josh Walford. Aims to find Scott Fox. James Quinn, composed as always, plays it to Troy Caesar. Now Daniel Bow plays it to Macaulay Hill. Josh Fines.
Plays it out to Quinny. As Quinny looks for Lewis. Lewis Jones on the ball. Takes the space. Plays it back to Josh Fines.
We're coming into the last minute now.
You can see the frustration in Thomas University players as they start making fouls. And
Andrew College just trying to see the game out right now in the last minute or so. Just keep a bit of possession. Stay calm and composed. Macaulay Hill on the ball.
Back
Plays
to Josh Fines. Josh tries to play the through ball to Connor.
James Toole on the ball. Aldenada keeps the ball in. Throw on for Andrew College. We're into the last 30 seconds.
Looks like Abdel's going to throw the throw in for Andrew College. Andrew College still in possession.
Macaulay Hill plays it back to Josh Fines. Now back to the keeper. Now I think they can see the clock out.
And that's it for the first half. Andrew College 2, Thomas University 0.
We'll be back in another 15 minutes. So we're back live. If you just joined us for the second half, Andrew College lead 2-0 against Thomas University.
Alright, Thomas University, high pressure, trying to work the ball through, find any gaps on Andrew College defense. Josh Fines on the ball. Josh Fines is a composed defender. He has great foot skills and just a great mentality. Thomas University on the ball once again. But Troy intercepts. Back to Quinny. Quinny on the ball. Looks for Lewis Jones.
Queenie, great composed defender. Great leader as well.
Josh Fines on the ball. Plays it out to
Abdel Rivas on the ball. Great pass to Connor Hayden. Great goal. Great goal. What a goal by Connor. Great assist from Abdel Rivas. Deserves a lot of credit for that pass.
Yeah, definitely. Andrew defense has been on their prime. They've been working, intercepting, and just plain soccer.
Andrew College has a dream start to the season. A lot of work put in from all the players, the coaching staff.
Definitely. Coach had a lot of work in his hands this season, coming in with so many new faces, trying to find the chemistry and trying to make our format work.
And now it's paying off. 3-0 Andrew College.
Thomas University on the ball, playing it on the right hand side of the field. Looks for the switch. Bow intercepts. Bow on the ball. He loses it. Thomas University on the ball.
Micah Gray plays it back to the defense. Now Maldonado on the ball. Looks for a long ball for Fox.
Josh on the
for
ball.
Andrew College.
Throws it back to Troy as Troy calms the field down.
Going back to Connor Hayden, the player of the week. He's got 2 goals today. And he's taken his tally to 7, I believe. And I know you train with him, Lalo. As you both do.
Yeah, he's definitely a high contender for national rankings. I feel like he has a lot to give, and at 18 years old, he's a big guy.
Great prospect, he is. Now, free kick for Andrew College. In a quite dangerous area right now. Both Lewis Jones and James Quinn have stepped up to it.
Great touch from Maka to regain possession. Andrew College.
Daniel Bao on the edge, in the box.
Plays
Finds
it.
Simon Cobain.
Simon
Great goal.
Cobain with a goal. Great
goal.
strike. Great strike from Simon Cobain. One of the most composed players out there. Finds a way to slot it in and get 4-0 for Andrew College.
I believe that takes Simon Cobain's goal tally up to 2. The score right now. 2 goals by Connor Hayden, 1 from Lewis Jones, and we've just seen the goal by Simon Cobain. Max Bull on the ball. Plays it to Brower.
Nice interception from Lewis Jones. A throw in for Thomas University.
Brower on the ball. Pressure from Connor Hayden. Macumba.
Great
Wow.
pressure from Andrew College as they try to take any space that Thomas University has. Troy Caesar on the ball to Quinney. Quinney with a
Great
cheeky
composed play.
flick.
Josh Fines aims to find Lewis Jones, but it's gone out.
But great luck from Josh Fines. You know, trying something new, trying something different, trying to find any gap that they have not used yet.
Quinney plays to Lewis Jones. Jones again tries to find James Quinn. Great combination.
But unlucky. It's offsides. We have another stop off for Thomas University.
Max Bull on the ball.
Andrew College doesn't seem to be feeling the heat too much as they're working hard and they have high intensity, just trying to take anything that
Scott Fox
Andrew
with a shot.
that Thomas University has. And a great save from George. And a corner kick for Thomas University.
Andrew College have to get back in shape right now for the corner.
A little long. And Thomas corner kick. It will be a throw in for Andrew College.
Rao on the ball. Plays it to Max Bull. Aims to find Macumba.
Unlucky free kick for Thomas University. You know, Thomas needs to take all these opportunities they get and make something work, because right now the score is 4-0 and there's a lot of soccer to get played. We have 40 minutes left of the second half.
Free kick taken by Max Bull. Decent ball, but James Quinn has reached it and he's headed it out for a throw-on. Macumba on the ball. Interception by Marcus Soma.
Throwing for Andrew. Quinney's going to be on the ball.
Andrew College throw on. Connor Hayden aims to pass the ball. Troy Caesar with the header.
A foul from Thomas University on Troy. Quinney plays it quick to Marcos. Marcos will switch it to Arribas. Alright, another free kick. Josh finds on the ball. Plays it wide to Quinny. Quinny crosses it back to Bile. Bile plays it to Simon. Simon on the ball. Plays it to Bile. Ooh, unlucky from Andrew College.
Good combination play.
Definitely. It's great work from Andrew. Attacking fourth. They're finding the gaps. And they're playing a lot of 1-2s, which is working for them.
Daniel Bile on the ball. Macaulay Hill finds Marco Soma. Plays it to Jones. Now Troy Caesar on the ball. Troy Caesar looks to pass to Daniel Bile, but it's not reached him. Maldonado on the ball. Max ball. Brower. Plays a 1-2 with Macumba.
Great combination from Thomas, but unlucky.
With the last pass over there.
Another throw in for Andrew College. Quinny plays it to Marcos. Marcos looks for the switch with Bao.
Abdel Rivas. Plays it to Macaulay Hill. Lewis Jones. Lewis Jones aims to find Daniel Bile. It's intercepted.
Now Josh has the ball. Calms the field down a little bit. Plays it wide to Lewis. Lewis Jones looks for the space. Plays Connor. Connor looking for Quinny. A little unlucky. But another Andrew throwing. Mock on the boss. He looks for Marcos. Marcos taking the space. Playing Bile. Bile still on the ball. Trying to find somebody. Trying to take the space. Great technical work from Bile. And another free kick for Andrew College.
It looks like Henning Nordvald will be coming on soon. Great player from Sweden.
Great touch.
And he's great on the ball as well. Good
Definitely.
technique. It'll be exciting to watch him when he comes on.
Ooh. Cheeky play from Andrew College as they play a short. Quinny on the ball, plays it to Simon. Simon with the shot, rebounds off a Thomas University defender. Andrew still got possession, plays it back to George Cunha, as he looks for an opening for a through ball to play. Simon finds the ball. Simon takes it. Great attempt from Andrew College once again.
James Quinn. Good defending from Thomas University.
Thomas University looks for the clear. Troy looking for an interception. He gets it. Takes the space. Plays Marcos. Lewis looks up. Plays Marcos once again. Marcos looks for Abdel. Bao on the ball with a little flick. Plays it through to Marcos. And Andrew just playing calm soccer, playing the soccer that they know how to play. Playing simple passes and looking to move through the field. Thomas University on the ball. Plays a through ball. Unlucky, intercepted by Troy. Abdel on the ball. Takes it wide. Looks for Bao. Bao on the ball. Great communication from Andrew Cottage, especially out in the back. Keeping a solid wall. Making sure nothing goes by.
Free kick for Thomas University.
We have 30 minutes remaining, second period.
A lot of time to get another goal. Great pass to Connor Hayden. Unlucky with the touch there. Another throw for Andrew College. And Simon Cobain comes off for Henning Nordval. Great performance by Simon.
Yeah, great performance and another goal for his tally. Marcos on the ball. Plays it to the middle with Josh Fines. Josh Fines calms it down. Looks for the space. Plays it long to Connor. Intercepted by Thomas University defense.
Now Makamba. Intercepted. Multiple substitutions made by Thomas University. Players such as Jacob Martinez coming on. Nathaniel Hayes, as we've seen him before in the first half.
They're definitely changing their game plan, trying to find something different, trying to play players and trying to get some healthy and fresh players back on the field, trying to get some momentum on their side. Unlucky touch from
Nathaniel Hayes as he's come on. Thomas University they're a good side. But as it seems, Andrew College have just outclassed them today with a great performance, great organisation, good possession, a great performance all in general.
And Andrew Cottage has definitely taken advantage of any opportunity they get,
Definitely.
making every single one of them count.
Now we have a throw on for Thomas University, taken by Jacob Martinez. Good interception from Henning Nordval. Despite the goal difference and the score right now, both teams seem like they're keen on to getting another goal. Still pushing forward.
Yeah,
Still got a good game on our hands.
Thomas University's not giving up. They're keeping high pressure. They're trying to look for any through balls and just trying to find some gaps in the Andrew defense.
Tackle from Marcus Soma. Nathaniel Hayes on the ball. Passes to Maka Gray. Good pass to Tyler Brower, but it doesn't reach him. Intercepted by James Quinn. Jones. Soma.
Great work from Andrew College in possessing the ball. Another throw in for Andrew College. Lewis on the ball. Plays it through to Connor. A little unlucky. Thomas University on the ball.
Now Nathaniel Hayes on the ball.
Ooh, great footwork from Nathaniel.
Oscar Gamble on the ball. Daniel Bile clears the ball. Finds Henning Nordval.
Definitely a lot of positives to take from both teams. There's been a lot of hard work coming into this game, and another great day of soccer.
Definitely.
I'm not sure what's going on. Seems to be a free kick for Thomas University.
Free kick in a dangerous area from Thomas University.
Thomas University on the ball. Bow on the ball. Looking to play a counterattack.
Plays the Henning Nordval on the ball now. Great feet.
Plays it through Bado Connor.
Connor tries to reach it. It's just overplayed. But Andrew can squeeze them here. Add a lot of pressure. Win the ball and counter.
You know, the Andrew captain's trying to make sure their players are focused and just keep working for these next 25 minutes left to play for the second half.
Good play from Wimberley.
A great speed from number 31, Wembley. Seems like Lewis Jones is going to get a yellow card for Andrew College.
Unintentional foul there, but you've just caught him a bit late. Lewis Jones coming off. Great performance from him. Great goal from him.
Quinny having a word with
The
the referee. Trying to see what he got the card for.
Now we have Jerry Celestine coming on for Lewis Jones. Jerry Celestine, small but very agile and quick player.
Yeah, great technical work, great work ethic, and just an overall complete player. Rudy Radiger with some words with the ref.
Free kick taken by Martin Ozores.
Alright, and we're back.
Aaron Wembley on the ball. Plays it to Oscar Gamble.
Plays it through Nathaniel,
George
but
Cunha,
unlucky. George,
always composed.
yeah, George is a great player. He's he's a sophomore at Andrew, second year playing for the Andrew Fighting Tigers. Has a great captain and a great asset for this team.
Abdul Rivas finds Connor Hayden.
Abdel looking
Looks
for
for the
another
flicker.
through ball. He's trying to get another assist.
Wimberley on the ball. Plays Micah Gray in. Great defensive work by Troy Caesar as always.
Yeah, great slide tackle. He was composed and he got the ball first, so a corner kick for Thomas University. Andrew College seems to be getting their shape, making sure nothing goes in the net, trying to keep that clean sheet.
Now we have another substitution coming up soon. Nick McCray. Great player, composed, very technical.
Hennings coming out for Nick. Nick McCray, number 15. A goal kick for Andrew Tigers. George plays it short to Abdel Rivas as Rivas takes advantage of the space. Plays Bile. Bile playing it calm, just relaxed, just trying to keep possession.
Very sensitive.
Great mentality from Andrew College as they keep on working, even though the scoreboard says otherwise.
Aaron Wimberley on the ball now.
It's corner kick for Thomas University.
Header away from Macaulay Hill. Shot goes wide from Thomas University. Now Andrew College can recover with this goal kick.
George Cunha with another goal kick. But before that, we're going to have a water break. You know, on a hot day like this, these guys need to stay healthy and stay hydrated. Overall, it's been an intense game. Both teams going on and off, trying to go at it.
Now we're back after the water break. There's been substitution from Andrew College. Ramses Martinez comes on for Troy Caesar.
And they moved McCright back to defense. Coach Rudiger trying to change it up a little bit.
Andrew College can play many different styles of soccer. Possession, counter-attack. They have the players that can perform for it.
A throw in for Andrew College. Nice 1-2 from Thomas University, but a little unlucky.
Short goal kick taken from George Kuna to Abdel Rivas. Finds Daniel Bile. Soma. Lays it to James Quinn. Jerry Celestine.
Still Andrew. Ball. Quinny with the throw-in. Looks for Ramses. Ramses on the ball. Little unlucky. Got a bad touch. Quinny back on the ball. Ramses controls. Looks for Maka.
Jerry Ames looks to find Daniel Bao. Doesn't work out. Nick McCright on the ball, gives it to Jerry Celestine.
Jerry's a very calm player. He finds a way to keep the ball even when he's on the ground. Definitely a great asset for Andrew College.
Jerry Celestine on the ball. It's a
Little
it's a little
argument.
heated right now because of the weather and everything. Some frustration from both teams. You know, sometimes it's a little hard to stay calm when it's in this weather. You know, with the scoreline, taking the scoreline into context. You know, it's hard sometimes to stay focused.
Alright, it's going to be a Thomas ball. Seems like the game's heating up a little bit with frustration and just a lack of control from both teams.
Great play by Abdel Rivas.
But the referees definitely keeping this game in control and just playing, making sure that they're playing soccer.
Maybe both coaches need to make some changes to keep some of the heated players
Thomas
under
University
control.
with a free kick at a dangerous area.
George Kuna just setting up his wall.
With a couple changes, Andrew College has definitely lost some height in the back. So balls like these are a lot more dangerous.
George Kuna with a calm, composed catch. Throws it out to Connor Hayden.
And a ball for Thomas University.
Great defensive work by Nick McCright.
And great save from George Cunha. He's had approximately 5 to 6 saves this game. he's definitely been a lot more busy than last couple games.
Kick from behind. Maybe we might see a card here. It's getting heated right now.
You know, Rudy trying to get the referee to control the game a little bit more, because that was definitely a dangerous tackle. Oh,
A red card.
and a red card to the Thomas University player. Number 46.
Maybe he's made some inappropriate comments after
Jordan
his booking.
Bermudez. The ball still stopped. And the Thomas University player will have to leave the field in order to continue play.
Both teams just need to remain disciplined right now.
We got 15 minutes remaining of the second half. George Cunha's gonna take the free kick.
Seems like Guilherme Henrique's come back on the field. Not totally sure who he's coming on for.
Alright, throwing for Thomas University. As they look for Moreland. Connor on the ball. Plays it wide to Jerry. Jerry looking for Connor. Quinny on the ball. Con player. Plays back to Connor. Connor plays it to Maka. Maka plays one touch to Jerry. Ooh, Jerry loses the ball, but we gain possession once again. Abdel on the ball, looks for the cross. Great cross. Seemed to be a handball in the area, but they did not call it. A throw-in for Andrew College and a substitution for Andrew College.
Eric Sierra coming on for Andrew College. Small player, very technical, can be physical.
Eric Sierra is going to go in for Marcos Soma. just trying to expand the midfield a little bit by getting fresh legs in there.
Just under 14 minutes left.
You know, Josh telling their players to keep pressing, trying to keep that high pressure, so it makes it harder for Thomas University to get out, and another opportunity at goal. Great work from Andrew College defense, making sure nothing goes by. It's a free kick for Andrew College. Connor on the ball, plays it through to Jerry. Jerry with the toe poke.
Two substitutions coming up, one for each team. Jack Alka, number 24, coming on for Andrew College. And Michael Bush, number 54, coming on for Tyler Brower.
The Nighthawks looking to calm the field down and gain possession and just control.
You know, the tempo has calmed down a little, especially since the sending off.
Josh with the clearance.
Enrique loses the ball to Macaulay Hill, but wins it back. Good feet from him. Plays it to Nathaniel Hayes. Josh finds with a tackle.
Eric with
Sierra.
the ball. Maka plays Ramses. Ramses plays it right to Jerry. Jerry looking for the space. Playing back to Eric. Eric calming down the pace. Maka playing that through ball to Jack.
Clearance from Thomas University, won by Josh Rhines. Enrique on the ball.
Thomas University not giving up. They're still pushing. Still fighting for every ball.
Enrique seems to be a threat since he's come on, as we saw in the first half. Very fast player, good on the ball.
Yeah, he's a class player. He's quick. He has great vision and an overall great player.
Rivas battling. Does
Great.
well to win the ball from Jacob Murray.
Thomas University on the ball.
With Brower. Tries to find Joachim Morland.
George Cunha
The
with
goal
a punt. And an Andrew College throw-in.
We have another substitution coming on for Andrew College.
We have number 6,
Felix Martinez coming on for Player of the Week. Connor Hayden.
Felix Martinez also a great player. Last game he had 2 goals. He's dangerous up front, and he'll take on opportunity he gets.
Great play by Jerry. Skips passes the right back. Aims to get a ball in. He still has the ball. Great play by Jerry Celestine. Great work from him. As you said before, Lalo, he's got good work ethic. He'll run after any ball. Now Ramses Martinez with the ball.
Nick McCrite on the ball. Nick's one of the calmest players you'll ever see play, but he always finds a way to get the job done. Josh Fines on the ball. Finds number 16, Maka.
Jack Alka finds Felix Martinez.
You can see frustration coming from Andrew College coach Rudy Radiger.
Guilherme Henrique with the free kick for Thomas University. Aims to launch the ball into the area. George Cunha sees it out for an Andrew College goal kick. We have just over 5 minutes left of the game. Short ball to Nick McCrite.
Likes to play Eric. Eric plays Jerry. Jerry plays Eric. Likes to throw ball to Jack.
Great play by Eric.
Thomas University plays it back to their keeper. They seem to run out of fumes, and they're trying to make it work for these last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, maybe we'll get one more goal. They're trying to aim. But Andrew College still organized, still remain disciplined, despite the 4-0 scoreline. Great recovery from Abdel Rivas. Free kick.
Another foul on Abdel Rivas.
Conceded by Michael Bush.
Abdel Rivas is definitely doing a great job in the back, intercepting left and right, and he's making a lot of opportunities for Andrew College. Seems like George Cunha is going to take the free kick.
Well done by Brower to win the ball. Enrique. Great play by Jerry Celestine. Ramses Martinez. Sierra on the ball. James Quinn.
Great work from Dustin Brower.
Andrew College throwing right now. Macaulay Hill opens up, finds Jack Alka. Back to Macaulay Hill. Great pass, but it just doesn't reach him. Unlucky play by Macaulay Hill. Very creative player. Well done from Jerry Celestine. Great work by him today.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the quality when he's on the ball. You know, great touch and great overall player. A little over 2 minutes and a half remaining of the second period of time.
Macaulay Hill aims to shoot on target, but
Very ambitious, but at this point, anything is worth it, worth the try. Josh with the header, and Andrew College back on possession. Felix looking for the ball, and a clearance by the Nighthawks for another Andrew throw-in.
it's been a good game to watch. High intensity, a lot of goals, some great soccer being played, a lot of combination. Overall, great performance from Andrew College. Great effort from Thomas University. Now Nick McCright back to George Kuna. Finds Jerry Celestine. Foul from Oscar Gamble.
We're down to the last minute of second period. George Cunha gets the ball.
Looks to find Jack Alka.
And to recap the game, overall great performance from Andrew College. They kept a solid back four, and they kept working. You know, in the starting back four we had Josh Fines, we had James Quinn, Troy Caesar, and Abdel Rivas. Had great chemistry today. We had 2 assists from both our fullbacks, one from Abdel and one from Quinny. Alright, and that's game. The score was 5-0.
4-0.
4-0. Andrew College 4, Thomas University 0.
2 goals from Connor Hayden. 1 goal from Lewis Jones. And 1 goal
Simon Cobian.
Simon Cobain. I'm Ruben Villoni, and I was joined by Lalo Magana.
And we're signing off.